the winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any two of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day one. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place. And there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the four-time Tag Team Champions?
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jimmy, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is...
There you see what it's all about. Tag Team Gold. The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of the Spartan match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain, punishment.
Two of the greatest...
Shoulders down, championship at stake. Just escapes defeat. The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in double leg takedown. Gonna stack that up here. Pin. The early quick cover, the title on the line. Boom! Usos challenging the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. New Day chose this Hell in a Cell match. Very heated rivalry at the top of the Tag Team division. Jarring.
Impact. Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
And saw what was coming there.
Measured stomp right to the gut. Followed up by another in the chest. Unrelenting attack from the challenger there. You can see their desire for the gold. Down by the DDT.
And the Usos' confidence got a bit shaken there.
Yeah, as Wood's tenacity was fueling him there.
And now he's back into the ring. Using the ropes. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight.
And into the pin. Title on the line.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's see these teams tap into their barbaric nature. 20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
And the damage is just going to keep on coming if you can't find the defense for this. Oh! Super kick!
Jimmy Uso. Noel has the champ pin. Is this it? And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Here are your winners, and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Hell in a Cell just became the Uso penitentiary.
It was barbaric. It was volatile.
It lived up to the hype is what it did. The two greatest tag teams in the entire industry, raising the bar of competition inside the demonic structure.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to...
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia, and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
The following contest, scheduled for is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley!
the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Guys, very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her...
The champion doing everything to retain here.
Kick out at one.
She likely knew that wasn't enough. She's just keeping the pressure on. Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
History being made right here tonight. It is the champion Bayley defense against the challenger Naomi. She's tossed right out of the ring. And she's coming back to the ring now. She leaves the ring, but she can be counted out here. Okay, she's taking her showboat a bit too far at this point. Okay, now she's rubbing salt in the wound. Oh, come on. This is just ridiculous now. Pay attention to your opponent.
What a show of disrespect from Bayley. Strong kick with precision.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion...
To the sky! Oh my, apron, same time.
More offense like that, and we could be looking at a new champ.
On the apron. Whoa, what a landing.
And the action is getting a little too close for comfort here. Taking things back into the ring. And she's making her way to the top rope here. Watch out! On the top rope, a diving hammer strike. Just amazing athleticism being shown here.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And
oh, look out. It's on now.
She had that scouted. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
The challenger is fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism. Brutal forearm. Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Oof. Turning the tables.
Kick and sent all the way to the outside. Look out!
She barely came up with this.
Hurricane Rana on the floor.
No sign of hesitation, and that risk gained big rewards.
And Bayley gets cut right off. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get. Some agility gets her out of dodge. Several reversals. Neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defenses.
Straight forearm. She gets bounced into the corner. Right in the jaw. What a shot.
Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Leg drop. And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Look out.
The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise. The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Hair whip. Throws her back in from ringside.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
Naomi can't be stopped right now.
Oh, jaw shattering. And there's a good blow to the body.
Ooh, forearm connects.
Looking helpless right now. And another stiff shot to the head here. Naomi finds her target with that one. Hair whip.
Naomi's turning to the crowd for assurance.
Enough of this. She needs to refocus on the task at hand now. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Bayley looks to be well measured right now. Slingshot guillotine, leg drop. Back into the ring now.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi.
The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger. Caught with a clothesline. She's struggling to get back up, but she's about to feel so much worse. She's locked in, about to go for the kill.
Drop kick. Bayley struggling to defend herself.
Naomi can't be stopped right now.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast. showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
This is how you target a body part.
Yeah, just hammering away at the torso and ribs. You can't deny that it's working.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on
Takedown, rope scoop, shoulders down. Oh, this has got to be it.
and a kick out right away.
How does anyone have this much in them at this point?
Punch straight to the face, stays off the attack. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Bayley's game plan isn't working how she wanted.
Atomic drop. Ooh.
Bayley sent flying.
Taking flight.
Oh my, apron sentai.
Whip back into the ring.
Perched up top. Diving leg drop.
Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice.
Sent into the corner. On the top rope now. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the? I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley.
They thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Directly into the cover.
The damage is done. She is showing us something special here.
Sunset flip applied.
Not done there.
Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Getting to her feet here. Stumbling into the lion's den.
Rear view by Naomi.
They just got it.
As bad as it could for the champ.
Now we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's confidence and athleticism were just too much for Bayley to contend with.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these 4 men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afonseca. And then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Oh, look,
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Welcome, my Captain Blue.
Here's the match. And it's the Wild Samoans, Afonseca, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the
From the top, good Lord, taking flight. Adrenaline. And make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their... animalistic behavior. Afonseca, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Kendo stick impact.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, I have to.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable grab. Look out! You gotta be kidding me!
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Down to Otis and a double axe handle smash.
Oh, the hood of the announce table just ripped off here, and the monitors as well.
Some bad intentions here, guys.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes. guys that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring. A powerbomb like that will... Popped up into... Samoan drop! Incredible! The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
As the fight continues ringside, we may need to relocate soon.
I'm already ahead of you. Grabbing my notes.
The attack off. Everything he can do to create space here. Alpha had that well scouted. Hit the button. How much more can you take?
Or he surely doesn't have much left in him. It's like we're looking at The Walking Dead here.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Blast on! All the way to the outside.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand. Into the Samoan drop! Incredible! Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver.
Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. Feels like it's over.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way